I get a lot of boards in and the client will say, I didn't notice any corrosion on the MPU board. This right here, my friends, is corrosion. This two-toned inductor coil, which is like a woolly bear in the spring, and these 8 10K resistors here are corroded. Those got to come off. I'll do a good examination of these 339s and we'll get it taken care of. I've clipped off all the 10K resistors. I desoldered the inductor, and there's a couple of .001 ceramic caps that came off there at C33 and C32. You can see the corrosion that was underneath the header. Now, the best way that I've found to do this, it preserves the traces, and it also is the fastest, in my opinion, is just to clip the parts off and then flip the board over, and where you've clipped the parts off, let me get to the right side, you just heat the leg and then pull the remaining leg out. So I'm going to do that right now. A Hotshot MPU and driver board from a WPC Redemption game, and the issue with the boards were that the game was resetting every single time. The board was sent in as being clean, but it did have some alkaline corrosion, and I rolled in the pictures of how I abated that at the start of this video. The driver board, I replaced C2, it was leaking, C4 and C5, and then the power input headers and the power output headers, and also this GI header. So I want to test the switches to make sure that they're working now. And this is my first power up. So let's see. All the rows and columns are working, and we can test the flipper switches, and we'll back our way out of here. And now we need to test the driver board. And I'm going to have to hook them some additional connections. Here we are with the Hotshot driver board in my whitewater for testing. So when I first put it in there, solenoids 1 through 8 weren't working, nor were the GI and sometimes controlled lamps. That points to a ribbon cable issue, but in this case it was the header. So I took the header off and put a new header on, and we're good to go. I think. I haven't tested it all the way. There was all the GI. We'll do lamps and flashers. So all the lamps are working. The flashers working properly. Well, that is it. This thing is good to go. I'm going to play some whitewater can see my topper is working perfectly. That's another feature of the driver board. So thanks so much for sending the Hotshot MPU and driver board.